So for those who think I'm like so rigid with my diet, I'm really not. I am 80% of the time, but when I feel like having a cookie, I'm going to have a cookie. So my favorite recipe is the New York Times chocolate chip cookie recipe. Delicious, delicious. So that's what I'm making right now. So I make the dough and I put it in the freezer. So that way there, when I feel like having a cookie, I have the dough in the freezer and I make my cookie. Because once in a while you need a cookie, right? So this is a pretty simple recipe, but everything I weigh everything out because it gives you the ounces. So I just weigh everything out. So I started with 2.5 sticks of butter, and now I need 10 ounces of light brown sugar. And listen, I'd rather make my own than buy cookies. I like homemade stuff from scratch. So there's the brown sugar. Then we need, what do we need? 8 ounces of regular sugar. Now, the thing about this recipe is it tells you to weigh out when you're baking them to make them 3.5 ounces. So I don't make them that big because they're like 3.5 ounces is a lot. So I cut that. I'll weigh it, but I forget what I use. I forget. I want to say I do 2 ounces for a cookie, which is a good size because it just takes the edge off. You get your chocolate chip cookie and you're good. So this we have to whip up for 5 minutes. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, so that's 5 minutes. Light and fluffy. Light and fluffy. Now we have to add 1 egg at a time. This recipe calls for bread flour and cake flour. Now, I'm sure you can use regular flour, but I stick to the recipe. I just follow it. I should know it by heart, but I don't. I have to look at it. I make it all the time. Especially when my daughter's around. It's the first thing she asks for. So I always have a batch in the freezer. All right, we need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Do all the dry ingredients, mix them together. I never do that. So we need 8.5 ounces of bread flour. You could use regular flour, I'm sure, but I've never tried it, so I don't know. 8.5 ounces of bread flour and 8.5 ounces of cake flour. This is the way I do it. I know you guys do you.